Hi, it's Kristen with LifeMoreAbundantBlog.com, and today I'm excited to share with you my new cast iron skillet recipe, which is roasted vegetables and chicken nachos. Because I make most of our foods from scratch here, I love recipes that use the least amount of pots and pans as possible, and if I can cook it in my cast iron skillet, it's even better. So I just love my cast iron skillet, and I love the versatility of it. I love that it is, free of toxins, unlike other Teflon cookwares, things like that. And it's virtually indestructible, and once you get it seasoned all nice, it's pretty much non-stick and just simple to use. I love that I can take it between the stove and the oven. It's just pretty much my favorite tool in the kitchen. So we enjoy nachos in our house, but it's not typically the type of meal that you think of when you think of like health or hearty, something that'll really fill you up. So I kind of went on a quest to come up with something that was, healthy, that had vegetables in it, but also gave you that protein that you need to be able to sustain you for longer than an hour or so. So that's when I came up with this cast iron skillet, roasted vegetables and chicken nachos. So we're gonna roast some zucchini, some onions, some tomatoes, some peppers, and then add in our chicken with a little bit of seasoning, and then we're gonna layer it with tortilla chips, vegetables, chicken, and then a little bit of cheese, and that is the meal. It's really simple, doesn't use very many ingredients, and I'm excited to show you how to make it.
All right, let's get started making these nachos. So turn your broiler on high and melt 2 tablespoons of coconut oil in your cast iron skillet. While that is melting, you can get started chopping up your vegetables. So dice up your zucchini pretty small. Nice little bite-sized pieces that'll be easy to eat on the nachos as well as roast in the oven. Then once the coconut oil has melted, go ahead and pour it in with the vegetables. And we're going to chop up our peppers. Make sure to reserve half of the peppers to the side, as well as one of the tomatoes. So we're going to roast basically half of the peppers and one of the tomatoes, and reserve the other half for to use fresh in our recipe. So the chopped up peppers that are going in the bowl are going to be tossed in the coconut oil and roasted in the oven, along with the zucchini and the onion and then one of the tomatoes. So you can see I'm setting aside the other vegetables to keep them raw. And cut up your tomatoes nice and small. Then we're just getting that onion diced up nice and small, little bite-sized pieces. And now we're going to add our 1/4 teaspoon of cumin and get that all nice and mixed up together and ready to go in the broiler in the cast iron skillet under a high heat. Make sure to keep a close eye on it. It took me about 10 minutes to get those roasted in the oven. Just make sure you check on it and stir it frequently every few minutes. And while the vegetables are roasting, I'm taking my cooked chicken breast and chopping it up small and adding it to a bowl, and then I'm going to season it with a little bit of chili lime seasoning. You can use taco seasoning, anything you have. I used about half a teaspoon, and give it a good mix. And make sure you don't forget about your vegetables. You just want the vegetables to get nice and soft and a little bit blistered on the top. And then once they're done, you can pull them out of the oven and put them in the bowl with the chicken that we just tossed in the seasoning. Give them a nice stir. And then we're going to add our fresh, raw vegetables to the bowl. And now we're going to preheat our oven to 450 degrees and go ahead and layer your cast iron skillet with a nice helping of chips, and then do about half of the chicken and vegetable mixture. And then I did about half a cup of cheese on this layer. Then we're going to do another layer of the chips, the rest of the chicken and vegetables, and then we're going to top it with the remaining 1 cup of cheese. This made quite a bit of nachos, so feel free to have the recipe if maybe you don't have as large of a family as I have. And then put this in a 450 degree oven for about 10 minutes until the cheese is melted, and then it's ready to serve.
So I hope you enjoyed the recipe, and I hope that you will give it a try and that your family enjoys it. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click the subscribe button. I make 2 new videos every week on natural living, DIY projects, and real food recipes. Thank you for watching.